And that means that the body looks at within the mitochondria, there is the ability to look at the cell and have information. Is this cell healthy? Is this cell diseased? Is this cell just needs to be restored? Or I need a new one replaced? So, but if you fail to communicate that, then the cell just remains as it is. Because if the cell is diseased, get rid of it. If the cell needs a replacement, then make a new one. If the cell is healthy, then great. It stays as it is. So within our body, it's designed to communicate that information. Well, that information seems to get short circuited and we need to have that restored. Now, there are ways of restoring it. Again, there are ways of restoring it in that we become into this sense of wholeness and we're looking at our whole body being energized and filled with life. And therefore, that is something we can constantly choose the reality that my cells are communicating with each other to self-repair. My immune system is healthy and whole, and I live in that reality. There's also some things that people have discovered help. There's a liquid that people can drink called ASEA, which actually helps restore the body's ability to communicate. And it's very powerful. And there's also a gel that they do that I've seen put on burnt skin and has restored and repaired itself in a matter of hours, because it carries the ability to tell the cells in that burn to replicate new cells in an accelerated way, because we don't want to be waiting around for a long time for things to restore and repair. So there are things out there that people have discovered can help, but
Mhm.
ultimately, I believe we can do the same thing with our own thinking and choices. I'm choosing to see my body in full health and wholeness, cooperating in a way that communicates the need for my whole being to be completely self replicating and repairing and renewing, because
Mhm.
that's how it was designed to be. Now, if you don't know that and you don't come into agreement with it, then you're sort of just going along with whatever is happening in your body. So I think we need to have information about
Mhm.
what God intended it to be so we can choose that, rather than just accept the inevitability of aging and death. It's like, well, no, my body was not designed. So I believe God wants to restore all things, including my body's ability to self heal and repair. And
Agreed.
therefore, if I do something which is contradictory, let's say I have an accident or I damage myself in some way, then how do I deal with that? Well, first thing I do is apologize to my body for not being careful enough. Most of my accidents are done in the workshop with power tools or in the garden when I'm not paying attention
Yeah.
or whatever.
We're
I do.
yeah, not paying
I,
attention, too
yeah,
busy,
yeah.
hurried.
But I now I'm paying much more attention because I value my body.
Uh-huh.
Every time I'm not paying attention, it's a sign that I don't value myself enough. So I
Ooh, yeah.
apologize.
That's a word every time I catch myself not paying attention. Okay.